They said this wagon lose its wheels, be rusting in the rain. Said the fires would all burn out, no songs left in the grain. But I'm still setting campfires, boots muddy, heart content, paying every fall taxes like a man who pays the rent. Heard the whisper on the wind, heard the doom saying right, but I kept that sub renewing, cause Ginger Prime said give it time. Hey, turn them ain't dead, no, she's humming like a V8 Ford. From Windsward down to Reekwater, I'm swinging that great sword. They said, boy, she's done, but I just smiled instead, cause this world keeps on turning, and Ginger said it ain't dead. Chopping greenwood like my granddad shoot, skilling up to 200. Town board dinging, purse string singing, encumbered shuffle thunder. Azoth running low again, but I ain't folding tents. Zergin chests in shattered, making copper out of cents. Saw a hatchet go brrrr, and a grab well scooped the crowd. Light rolled two-step through the bramble, and the company yelled loud. Hey, turn 'em ain't dead, she's a back road barroom tune. Outpost rush on Friday night and starfall Sunday noon. They said write the eulogy, but we're dancing here instead. This world keeps on picking, and Ginger said it ain't dead. Now folks keep asking questions about that Rings MMO brew. If Amazon's cooking mortal, will we wander there too? Well, maybe we'll split our weekends, 1 foot in each land. But till that day, I'll guard these forts with a fishing pole in hand. Marauder green, syndicate purple, Covenant wearing gold. We paint the map like county lines on a 2-lane road. Trading post blues and house tax dues. Yeah, I've sung that song before, but every sunrise in Eternum makes me lace 'em up for more. Welcome FF-14 refugees, pull up a log by the fire. We got camp kids, chest runs, and a healer who don't tire. Grab a pick, take a sip, mind the boars and bees. If you survive the queues of launch, you'll fit right in with these. Hey, Tiernan ain't dead, she's a steel in my strings. From Murgard smoke to Ibon scale, hear that frontier ring. They said she's gone, but darling, listen how she's bled. Pure blues into the black top. Yeah, Ginger said it ain't dead. So let the questions linger about the tales yet to be told. Tonight I'm picking on this porch while the night turns gold. If the road runs on to Middle Earth, I'll tip my hat and tread. But this campfire's still crackling and Eternum ain't dead.
All right. Hello, everyone. Hello. Let's see here. Good morning, and good morning no matter where you are out there in this big, beautiful world. My name's Brian, if you happen to be new. And today we're diving back into the world of Final Fantasy 11. What we've been doing is I ended up always just playing 11 back before I left years ago, before 14. it was just like the friends, just kind of leveling out. And now with all the updates and changes, I've actually been working my way through the different expansions that I have. So one of the things ultimately we were trying to work on is Rhapsodies of Vana'diel, and on the current Ever Forward mission, which basically needs us to be a certain mission rank, completed a set of missions in Aragat, and which is the treasures expansion, and I never got around to it. And so I've been kind of plugging away working on that. We did level up my blue mage to 99, and I've got plenty of jobs left to make my way there, with the ultimate goal of trying to get at least every job to 99, and then see how I feel and what I want to accomplish after that. If you guys want to join me, we always kind of treat these as kind of like live call-in podcasts. The Discord link is in the description if you want to get involved. It's all free to do so. You can come hang out. We can talk video games, talk Final Fantasy, talk whatever you want. And usually it ends up being a very, very fun time. But I know right now, for those of you who are here bright and early, which we got a couple, it's 4:30 in the morning Central Time. Why so early? Why do we start so early on a Saturday? Well, it just functions that no one really needs me at this hour. So generally I can get about, easily 2 to 3 hours of just pure uninterrupted video game playing time. And that's why we do it. So on that note, I'm going to drink some water. My voice will probably be waking up. My energy will probably be going as we continue on. I have to pull up a quest guide because the Final Fantasy 11's old school like that. So I can that way figure out what I need to be doing next. Because I just did recent, like I ended, and I wasn't streaming all of it. I was kind of playing it, trying to get through. So I'm on the Royal Puppeteer. So I'm gonna look up what I need to do for this quest, and we'll go from there. What's going on, Rat2? How are you? Happy wake up, yeah, dude. Woo! Good morning. Good morning. All right. Final Fantasy 11, the Royal Puppeteer quest mission. And quest and missions they categorize different, which is neat. All right, let's see here. Rhapsodies, nope, I don't want that one. Or got mission 12. I believe that sounds about right. And let's see here. You must wait 1 game day and zone after completing the previous mission. Okay, I think I can do that. Like, I just haven't zoned. Hopefully it's not zone and then wait a day. Let's go zone. Good morning. You're I don't know if you're up early, late, or whatnot, but yeah, good morning, man. Ba 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 ba. Here, I think. Yeah, the residential area is right ahead. That counts as a zone. Things are weird right now for you, but you're trying to get back to morning wake ups. And you've got but what's that meme? You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention. Are you like what is morning for you? Like, are you as early as I am, or even earlier? All right, so I've zoned. Once you start this mission, you could actually progress past the Ever Forward. Great, that's what we needed to get to. But while we're here, head to Salim Sentinels. Okay, I know where that's at. Oh, you're not employed. Oh, dude. Did that happen all of a sudden? Was it expected, or Was it a shock? I mean, yeah, you were working over. Oh, dude. Oh, yeah. That's going to be an adjustment if that's what if your shift was previously in the evenings. Okay, interesting. Speak with Alaparun. Okay. Well, new city, new life. Best of luck to you on that, and just trying to work to ditch that overnight temptation, dude. After like Todd's stroke and Hogue Law's stroke, I was like, I'm not staying up late. I'm like, it's 9 o'clock. I'm in bed, and then hopefully sleep by 10. And then I just get up early. I've always was kind of early riser, but I just like, yeah, I'm not gonna push it too hard. Let's see here. Starting NPC. I think I've already done that piece of it. Head to the cutscene. Nashamu, H7. Where's that? Where's Nashamu? Excuse me. Port of Alzabi. And there's Alzabi. I wonder if Nashamu's connected to Alzabi. Well, best of luck on that night to morning transition. What's up, gamer? Dude. Yeah, this game is so freaking good, and it's, I don't know if anybody's been following all the, it's part drama, but it's also part like, yeah, like what did people expect? Within the Final Fantasy 14 world, and it's like the cure is Final Fantasy 11. Like anybody's like Final Fantasy 14, the gear doesn't matter. All right, well, I got good news for you. There's another game that it does. You know, it's like it's like any of the faults the Final Fantasy 14 had. Like the only downside is like, man, it'd be really kick ass if they, especially with all the work they've put into putting the Final Fantasy 11 raids into Final Fantasy 14 raids into the there it goes. Yeah, the door's not open. Residential area. All right. Speak with where is this place? Yeah. I think I've seen this guy before. Like, why? You missed doing Besiege and Giselle? So that's something I'm hoping that I might be able to get in and try today, because I've just unlocked all of that. Because like I literally like unlocked the jobs and really have not spent any time out in Aragot. So I think I was on mission 4 or 5. Now I'm on 12. So it's like progress. Yeah, dude. That's the thing, like I don't understand people who I don't understand the concept of playing through the pain of a game. Like, you're not having fun. What are you doing? All right, we're gonna solve this mystery. What is it connected? Fairy. Excuse me. I got White Gate. How do you play this game? Learn to study maps. Okay, that doesn't tell me anything. I literally have that map. So, connected zones, White Gate. So it keeps saying ferry. So do I have to get on a boat? And well, let's try. You know what? Let's go to the. Keep saying ferry. I know what ferry means. Dude, yeah, don't even look it up, dude. It's frustrating. The TLDR is, and this is what I was talking about. I was like, I thought 7.0 was going to struggle because I do respect the fact that they ended the story in Endwalker. And I was like, 7.0, the story that I was playing when I left, I was like, I'm not vibing with this. I was like, it's going to be hard. I'm like, I want to go do other things. I'm just going to go do that. I'm focusing on losing, continuing to lose weight, which I have been doing really good at, which is awesome. And so it's like, yeah, like everything I said I was going to do, I'm doing. Turn. Okay, we'll go the long way while I give you a tour of Whitegate and serenade you with stories. Yeah, so 7.0 story doesn't resonate. People don't like it. There's plenty of critique to be had. And it's like, without that kind of being kind of a core connective thing, I think that's where it's like, I did not expect people to be that dissatisfied with the story. And here they are. So. Order Moogle. Can I buy a ticket? No. Yeah, like I was talking with Soro just on the podcast because he was like, we're talking about Blue Protocol. So I played that a little bit last week, and I had a blast. And I was like, okay. And we were talking about like, yeah, like I'd like to check back in on an NGS, see what's going on. Buy a storage slip, order service. Or one piece of salvage in Azul Isle. Cool. I don't know what it means. This guy's a talker. Okay. It wants to take me to Mara. That's not where I want to go. Let me just let's Google how to get to Nama. It says Al Zabi, so it's like copy. All right, this area is only accessible if treasures ever got expansion. Yep, duh. Silver Sea Route to Namashu. That really helped me. All right, let me just. Hey, what's up, Jazz? Dude, yes. The last from the past. Let's see here. How do in from White Gate. I do agree with that, gamer. I do agree with that. I just think the opportunity would have been really cool to see them say, okay, that can end Walker, and then it's like it's connected. So let's say like with NGS, whatever, but it's like they said they did Final Fantasy 14-2. And it's like, okay, cool. Your character, they're connected, same game, but like you could have a different progression system, you could have a different starting spot so that new players joining in, they could start at 2 and then they could get a story summary of what happened. They have the new game plus so they could go back and experience it, or you could still start in ARR. I think the taller they keep building the tower, the longer it's gonna take for people to, because that's where the mobile version is going to be the most curious thing to see what happens. And I'm still disappointed they canceled the mobile remake of 11. I really hope they do something with this game at some point. All right. To Al Zabi. You run to the zone. Okay. So they want me to go Al Zabi. Let's go to Al Zabi. Doing all these loops. This is what MMOs used to be like, kids. Back in my day, which happens to be today, you had to use written guides to figure out, or ask people in game to give you a hand. There was no quest markers. Let's see here. I am glad they added all the home teleporting and stuff like that. All right, so go to Al Zabi. Head north. Head to the north port in Whitegate and board the Silver Sea route to. Okay, there we go. See, there we go. There's the ferry. There's a ferry in this zone. I didn't see it on the map. Worldwide. What's up, warrior? Thanks for being over on the green platform, dude. No pressure to do so, but we are all live on red, purple, and green. There are commands in chat if you want to go easily find the links for any of that. But if you want to support the content I make for absolutely free, if you watch on the green platform and you chat on that platform, they pay me money, and it's weird. Like it's weird. I'm not complaining, so. Okay. Head to the North Port in Whitegate, I-5. Okay. Flame Serpent Square, I guess. Just waking up and heading to work. Oh, so I talked to Jules about the 6th. She hasn't given me a direct answer, but she will today give me an answer. Because I was like, hey, so she has to double check one thing, but she was like, oh, that sounds fun. So it's a soft yes, but let me get that confirmed to you today, so that way we can hang out and play this game Saturday. Yeah, so we talked about it last night, and then it's, you know, life got busy as always. Oh yeah, kick. So yeah, basically those are the like, if y'all have seen some of the numbers, especially with the Twitch bot purge, like Twitch just in their first attempt at bots, and bots are gonna try to find another way to get back, they lost almost like 25% of their viewership, and Kick has been growing and growing and growing. And where in the Sam Hill is this? It's got to be on the other side, maybe up there. Well, let's go figure it out. Dude, wild stuff, man. I mean, it's not like an insane amount of money, but it weirdly, like, it can make a difference. Because it's like, I think I got a Twitch pay, not Twitch, a Kick payout of $8 for just a handful of streams. I was like, oh, cool. So appreciate y'all. Okay, I literally am in I-5. I'm trying to worldwide. If you got the opportunity, I'm trying to get to Nashamu. I'm on mission 12. I could also probably just go focus on Rhapsodies now, but head north to the port of Whitegate, I-5 from Alzavi. Let's see here. Head to the North Port in Whitegate. Wait, am I supposed to be in Whitegate? Dadgummit. All right. Oh, why are they telling me to go to Alzavi? Ferry ride. This game was built and should come with a Sherpa. Every new player, you should get a Final Fantasy 11 Sherpa to help kind of guide you around. It would be so logical. It'd be so interesting to see like that. And then the question would end up being is like, how interesting would it be if they found a way to rejoin all the worlds without having everybody die?
Rice Krispie Razzle Dazzle, baby.
Hey, Rice Krispie Razzle Dazzle. Thank you guys so much for that. Thank you so much for that. Lost my little... There we go. Perfect. Yeah, Speed. Thank you so much for hitting that follow over here on Kick. All right, I-5. Port effort. Yeah, it's in Whitegate. All right. Oh man, no, it helps out way more. Because again, it's just like you don't have to then spend money to support. Like, it literally, like, I guess you got the ads on Twitch, so I don't know how, overall that is, but I don't think I'd have to look at the numbers, but it seems like it's way more beneficial. Namashu, yes, I will be boarding. We found it. Yay. Yeah, it's like it would even be more like if I was just exclusively on it, it'd be even more, but I'm like, no, I like the multi-stream. I like people to be able to have the option to watch where they want to watch. But I was like, I will tell people about that 100%. I think I even have an automated little bot be like, yo, BB, what's up? He says, do I have to log in? I don't know. I literally have no idea. And again, like, I want people to watch where they want to watch. Whatever, because I generally consume most, if not all, my content on YouTube. Like unless like I on Twitch, like if you're part of the podcast kind of like circle that we kind of been building out for the show, like I don't even think pull up like Twitch or Kick at all unless I'm like I get a notification. Oh, see, Nitro on Twitch, dude, that in and of itself is, I'm so glad that they actually started finally promoting that because it's so ridiculous. Now, the weird thing is that YouTube will constantly try to pop up and have me run ads midstream. Twitch makes it so that, like, and I've got it set to the lowest common, like the lowest value I think I can, but so I don't have the pre-roll ads, which pre-roll ads like are on YouTube, but it's, oh man. But yeah, like I've got YouTube Premium. I'm like, there's no way, man. So it like I'm not like I'm not gonna sit here and do that. But it'd be cool. Like I'm hoping that YouTube opens up more options. Because I just get the vibe that YouTube's working its way up because it's like it's literally got a little prompt. It's like now would be a good time to run an ad. No, like I'm not. If you give me the option to opt out, I'm gonna opt out. Especially because they value watch time so heavily. It just is like YouTube, man. Come on, figure it out. See, and that's perfect, yeah. And then that way, like and then the Nitro actually does support the streamer, so they've got a little carve out for it. So, all right, here comes the ship. I like the real-time travel in 11. I think it makes like teleporting feel very valuable. But then at the same time, it also makes the world feel big. No, it's supporting in a way, but nah, man. Like the thing is that you owe us content creators zero. It's like I think if you make content for the love of the game and you get support, cool. But I don't think needs to be a requirement. And there should not be a guilt associated with it, but I appreciate you being here. It's like guilted you over. It's like, hey. The other thing that's also interesting, I don't know if you guys have seen this on the YouTube side. YouTube's got this feature now called Hype. And you get only, I think, 3 a week. So I used my 3 hypes on a couple of content creators that I watch. And then I couldn't do any more, and so it like resets once a week. And I was like, oh, that's interesting, because like, yeah, you get the concept. I wonder if we're gonna start getting the like a YouTube preamble, be like, be sure to like, hype, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like button, and if you still got a hype in your back pocket, hype the video. Excuse me. But like that kind of the core of what we were talking about for a second with these different platforms is that you've seen like Twitch take just a massive cut. I think it was actually like 24%. So not quite 25%, but still huge amount of botting, and we all knew it. Like nobody said, like that's the thing. I remember I got into a fight with a couple people on X, which is easy to do, and it was like the concept of embeds, right? Where you can embed your stream and it basically inflates your view numbers. And it's like, I know there are people who are doing this. And so the answer is that Twitch needs to make a change. What's up, Wes? Twitch needs to make a change. Morning. Yeah. But until they do, the two options are to either lose, if you're thinking of it in terms of competing, which live streams are more competitive just by their nature, or I can use the tools and play by the rules, but could possibly be shunned for it. So it's like there isn't a win-win. And it's like, well, if you're gonna, if people are doing it and they're winning, well, then everybody just needs to do it. And they're like that. Yeah, no, they were mad at me. I was like, all right, like I'm on board. Make the platforms make the change to get some honest numbers. But I was surprised they did this, because I was like, the incentive there, it's like they're selling all these ads and stuff like that based off of these numbers and impressions, and it's like, interesting.
What? You got into a fight on Twitter?
Yeah.
Say it ain't so.
Oh man, say it ain't so. It's so easy to do. It's like
you sneeze and someone says you're wrong. Like, okay,
right.
Have a good day.
Well, the other thing you always wonder is like, how much of this is botted? You know,
it's not just botted, but it's actually like strategies that's how they do their engagement online. It's all about rage engagement.
Yeah.
They're not there to have a conversation. They're not there to have a debate. They're there to pick a fight, because the more time picking a fight creates drama. Drama creates views. Views creates engagement. That's the logic.
And then engagement creates that payout. Yeah. Which is like why you end up seeing so many people, they'll like take such a like an extreme stance on any like issue. Not like, it just like, all right, but it's like we all know there's nuance to discussions, right? Like it's okay. Like, hey, there's areas in which we can explore, we can discuss, we can actually have a real conversation. But you're right, like in the online world, it's just better not to have a nuanced take. It's better to have an extremely one way or the other way take with no room. Like they're like, end of story, no debate. Like if you end with like that, like on your tweet, like it's like, and there was the viral moment. Well, I've always kind of talked about social media speed as an emotion engine, because of what Wes just basically kind of laid out. Like what gets it, like if engagement is the goal, how do you generate engagement? And you have to either have like extreme happiness, so that's where you kind of see the toxic positivity kind of mindset or discussion or talking point come in. And then you also have we left yet? No, we haven't left port yet. How long does it take to leave port? Like, it won't even let me up on the... I'm just gonna hang out in here. All right, cool. Anyway. And then, or you have kind of just that hyper negative, right? Urgh. Oh, man. You're up early.
Me? I haven't gone to bed yet.
You're up really late. Oh my goodness, dude.
I'm on Australian time, so it's like 9 o'clock at night over there. So yeah, I'm still up. Whatever.
Yeah, dude. The I know we got Ratsu who was talking about like, I don't know if that's speed, so I don't. They're talking about like, yeah, they're trying to shift from that day to night aspect, you know?
Oh,
yeah, because they were working night shift. No, they're shifting from night to day. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never went back. It was like I started graveyard years and years ago, and now it's literally if I do work normal hours, it's like I wake up tired and I end up awake. It is literally how my day goes.
I wonder how long it takes the ship to leave port.
there's times you see this game show its age, and there's times you don't.
It says it's now departing.
Because if I look around the hole that you're standing in, that doesn't look much different from 14, other than some of the textures not quite as detailed.
Well, and imagine though, like all the work that they're putting in, bringing the 11 stuff into the like 14 raid. It's like, all right, how much more effort is it to do the other?
Well, the assets are there. It's just a matter of just upscaling the asset.
Yeah.
And it just, but that is a time sink. It's not something that's just automatically snap the fingers and done, unless you can try to actually program an intelligent AI to do it. But otherwise, and I say that as an intelligent thing, there's a difference between intelligent AI and what the stuff that they've been advertising. Because what they have been advertising is not an intelligent AI. It's a mediocre AI. And there is a difference between it. And yes, I'm very much awake because I can go into a rant in 2 seconds flat.
Yeah, I'm still waking up. I'll hit my stride here in about 45 minutes. It's like, all right, it's 6 a.m, guys. I haven't had any coffee yet. I was like, I'll wait. I'll save it. All right, now we're on the boat. Oh, the music is so freaking good.
See if I can turn this up without it bleeding through on my microphone. No, those crabs.
Got the crabs and the acapalos.
That's something that's already been updated, by the way, because the same model very much exists in 14.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. I was saying, like, there's a point where it's like, well, let's go ahead and just finish it off, you know? I even got lemon points. Yay! Music's so happy.
Probably the only person I can talk to that's not going to get into the whole digital key card nonsense.
Oh, with the Switch?
Yeah.
How do you feel about it? Like, for me, as somebody who just buys digital games, I'm just like, I'm like, that isn't even my world. It wasn't an issue because I wasn't going to buy that anyway.
It's only an issue for those who collect.
Oh, okay.
That's the only ones who are going to give a thing about it. And I say thing, but I usually mean a more colorful metaphor, but
it's not after dark here. Yeah.
Gotcha. It's like, because, and then you tell them, hey, from a technical standpoint, the cartridge isn't all that good.
Right.
Because you actually have a micro SSD sitting inside the Switch. Same performance as the type of SSD that would sit inside a PS5.
Yeah.
It's a high speed storage capacity. And the flash, which is actually NAND flash, surprise, surprise, NAND flash happens to be the same type of flash as the flash memory modules that are on an SSD.
Yeah.
That they microsize for that little storage. Though it is expensive, it's only maybe 1 or 2% slower than what's internal. So those two options, if your games are stored on either of them, you actually run, you have your loading screens are lower, but if you have it on a cartridge, the cartridge happens to be the slowest performance.
Yeah. It's good to know.
And you tell them this, though, and I say the lowest performance, but again, the performance difference is 1 to 5%.
Yeah.
it's a 5% difference on the cartridge versus the internal storage.
Now,
And that could be 20 seconds. That could be 5 seconds.
yeah. And that makes a difference, you know. That's one of the things, like when it comes to getting into a game, make it easy, make it fast. Yeah, I do love mine speed, but like I've had a lot of random issues, as you can see here on my left Joy-Con at the moment. I think one of the things I find is that for my Switch 2, when I'm playing like a Nintendo game, it's great. Whenever anything else, I just default back to my Steam Deck because I can stream it on GFN. I would use my Switch 2 over my Steam Deck if it basically opened up and said, yeah, you can connect to GFN, Xbox Cloud, or like just give me like, so I don't need to install the games natively. Just give me the ability to, you know, connect into like these additional services, and it would be a great device. It would be I said before it launched, I was like, it could literally be the only handheld that I need, you know.
Yeah.
See, I'm interested in getting the Xbox ROG Ally this October. As soon as we get pre-order information, I'm hoping I can be able to get one.
I'm probably still, if I buy another handheld, it's going to be like a Legion Go 2, but it makes sure it has that new Extreme Z2 APU inside of it, which is basically the same thing you find inside the ROG Ally. It's going to be the Ally X, and it's still a PC handheld, so it can run Steam, it'll run Game Pass, it'll run all that, and if I want to put GeForce Now on it, I can do that as well. And I'm not necessarily concerned about having Steam OS or anything like that because I'm not tied to that.
Right. Well, Steam OS or Steam games work on the Windows too. So that's like the one thing, like that's the strength. That's why it's like Microsoft actually looking at Steam OS as their real competitor, which I think that it is, because you have the Steam Deck, but you also have the Steam, like the follow-up to it. But it sounds like it's not only just going to be the handheld, they're going to bring back the Steam Box, you know, and maybe they just brand it as a Steam Deck, and you have Steam Deck 2 and you have Steam Deck, you know. The thing that I wish, because like I would buy a Nintendo Switch 2 that was no screen and it was just a dedicated thing that I could hook up to the TV, and as my games, you know, save and transfer in the cloud. Cool. That'd be great. I'd buy that. And if Steam gives me that, it's going to be interesting, because it's like, who gives me it first? Because when the next Xbox comes out that has Steam, inadvertently, that means Final Fantasy XI's back on console, baby, because I'll be able to play this in the living room. You know, because it's like, it runs Steam. Cool. Like this runs on Steam Deck. Yep, let's go.
I think the only other which issue has been the dev kits, or the lack thereof, which is, I don't think that's really Nintendo purposely doing that. I think they're running into an age-old issue where they just didn't manufacture enough. They made enough hardware for the consoles, but they didn't make enough hardware for the dev kits, which is, and licensing those out.
Fascinating.
And I've probably been reading and watching too much game news or game chatter instead of actually playing.
Yeah, that's the thing when people talk about like the death of MMOs, I was like, you do realize the big part of the community that financially kind of supported those, they're just on Twitter and now. Like that's your global chat. That's where that's going down.
It's zone chat is what it is.
It is.
It's unfiltered zone chat, and because you're not giving them enough things to do, guess where they are? They're not in game.
They're not in game.
They're not in.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless I just log their characters in and just say, okay, I'm just going to go take a walk and go spend time on Twitter while my character sits at their home that they don't want to lose. or just parked in Limsa.
You're excited for BDL 4? BDL 4. What? I do not know what that is.
Neither do I.
Borderlands 4? There we go. There we go. Yeah. I actually am very curious about it. I haven't gone so far as like, I'm not going to pre-order. I'm going to wait till I hear some reviews, but everything sounds, I love Borderlands 2. I did not vibe with the Borderlands 3 at all. And I was talking about it. I was like, when the honeymoon phase was out, like, man, it's so funny. Cause it's like, we were talking earlier about the people, like how the content around Final Fantasy 14 online has shifted so much in the last 2 years. And then like, all of a sudden it's like, yeah, all the people who were, somebody said like, yeah, the people who were mocking you, they're now on your side. It's like, I was like, it's only a function of time. I don't mind being early. Like I'm an early person by nature. But yeah, like I was like, oh wow. When the story doesn't hit as strong, and there's just no way that it could have. Look at these birds. Making a little bit of noise. I like it. But yeah, like and I was like, I always thought 7.0 story was gonna struggle. But apparently it's, you know, like I haven't played it yet, so no idea, but we'll see. Oh,
It's
yeah.
not that it really did struggle. It's just, and when you compare it to past stories, it's just lacking.
Yeah.
And that's his biggest problem. It's lacking. And why? And if you want to know why, it first starts with the people who made the previous stories are not making this one.
Right.
And it's
Are they
the same-
making something else though? And that's where it's like,
No, they were turned into bosses. They were literally promoted. It says here, you don't get to do what you like to do, but we're going to pay you more to manage people that do your job for you.
mm-hmm.
And they're like, and I guarantee, if I had to guess, I don't think they're actually happy doing that.
Yeah,
then again,
I know
I'm-
management is not a fun thing.
Especially
As somebody-
if you're talking to,
Mhm.
yeah, especially if you're talking to an artist.
Yeah,
An artist doesn't want to be a boss. An artist wants to create art. Whether it's a writer, a digital sketch artist, or a modeler, they would rather do those functions.
Mhm.
Especially if it's something they take pride in.
so the thing and the hope is that they're working on a follow-up.
RP walk.
Yeah, exactly. The hope in my mind is that they're working on a follow-up. Oh yeah, let's get a crystal so I can pour it out here. Man, this game is so freaking good.
Well, I'm not sure if they're working on a follow-up. I mean, you also know that it was from Business Unit 3. I mean, we know that they're also working on, or they were working on the remaster for Tactics.
Yeah,
So, and if that's mostly done, you might start seeing some more stuff coming into 14 now. But if Square is trying to put all the pressure on this one business unit, unless they're doing something, because I think Business Unit 2 is still working on, is now still working on Kingdom Hearts 4,
yeah.
and whatever Disney can throw SE's way.
I wonder. All right, I think I'm unlocked that. Now I'm looking back to my quest. All right, let's see here. Let's see here.
I think
All
my
right.
11 is always just set on my shelf.
Head to the North Port. Okay, we did that. And oh, I was just trying to figure out where to go there. Now. All right. H7. Dude, Wes, thank you, man. Appreciate that support. Real Kitty, aka Wes, just dropped 5 gifted subs over on Twitch. Let's update our member goal here. Puts us on 9 of 25. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. Cool. All right. So H7, which looks like that's right up there. Oh, I think this is the guy. I really hope that this is where he's not like I didn't miss a step. Okay, good cutscene. Oh, goodness gracious.
The only time we see Chris,
Yeah.
my gift. How is he? I haven't heard from him forever.
Yeah, so like he's like literally the day he's like we were talking and he's like, yeah, I'm sitting down, I'm trying to edit some videos and stuff like that. And I kind of gave a brief update like in a video because I asked him if I could. But the tragedy kind of struck at his family. The good news is that his mom has just recently woken up and she was pretty much in a coma. The sad news is that his stepdad did pass away. It looks like that they both got really, really sick with pneumonia. And so she's been in the hospital, still in the hospital, but now she's up. She's awake again. But it's just like, goodness gracious, man. So, I don't know when we'll see Chris again, you know?
Been there, done that.
Yeah, like there's been times where he's just been on a 1.5+ plus gap. And it's like, yeah, like when he's ready, when he wants to do it, he will.
When all my grandparents ended up passing, it was all near close to the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like grandpa, step grandmother, grandmother, and my dad within a year or two of each other. And
Yeah.
it's just one thing after another. Actually, that all happened right before 2009 recession.
All right, here. Jody's acid. Is that it's rare and exclusive. Okay. So now to the Bafu thickets, which I think is a part of Valzabi. And they don't have the woodlands here. Okay.
You
Excuse me.
played Dragon Quest 3 HD remake, right?
Yeah. I eventually got it on sale.
Okay.
And then 1 and 2 come out like October, right?
Yeah, and I think
Michael?
they're supposed to have a I believe they're supposed to have a Switch 2 upgrade or 3 to go along, because 1 and 2, when they come out in October, are made on the Switch 2 engine.
Nice.
So now what that actually translates into is probably not a whole lot, because there's still it's HD upgrade of a 2D turn-based RPG.
Mm-hmm. dude, they're like, they lowered their forecast. They're like, yeah, it is pricey. It's like, it is pricey. That's what we were talking about yesterday on the pod, is that video games, they're seem to be transitioning back into a luxury market. And I think that's honestly just not just with video games, but just with certain things in the economy, is because there's been such a growing wealth gap that I think companies were like, well, if we want to sell, because you could they raise the price. I was like, how does the market respond? They don't buy, so they make less money. So it's like they have to kind of lower the price. So there's pressures on both sides. But I was like, I knew the Switch 2 was going to sell great right out the gate, because hey, new console for me, my old Switch not working so great. I was like, this would be a great time to upgrade.
A new console and all their struggling Switch 1 games that actually did struggle on the platform because of the hardware, then they actually play better on the newer hardware.
Yeah.
And you add that means you have a lot of library there that can play on the Switch too.
Right. So what we're gonna be, it's gonna be interesting to see, because regardless of how you feel about the tariff conversation, is that we do know tariffs will affect price. However, if people still don't buy, companies, they don't want to not sell. Product on the shelf is sitting there. So it'll be interesting to see if you start to see some specials or some sales start to be run just to keep things moving,
It depends on how long they want to hold out on their price point, on their MSRP. And because of scalpers and terrorists, they're always going to be using that as an excuse to say, hey, let's raise the cost of the consoles. And then when those terrorists die down and the scalpers stop doing it, they never lower the price of those consoles. They maintain those higher prices.
Yeah.
Now, the side effect is that people aren't buying the hardware as much. And if you're... Now, the other side effect now, apparently because of the rise in the game prices, especially locking out certain sale avenues, then will people... Because it used to be during Switch 1, if you didn't want to pay that $60, $70 price tag, you just bought one of those, and if you had the subscription, you just bought the 2 tickets that dropped the price down to $50 per game.
Yeah.
But you can still do, though I think it expires at the end of this year, though the tickets go all the way through next year. So if you wanted to buy a few tickets for games you hadn't gotten yet, or because they did promise they were going to put Switch 2 games on that list, which my brain is not letting me say the name correctly.
Nah, you're good.
Issues of being old.
Right. So, Mike, it's like I feel like it's, gaming is right now being priced at kind of a luxury, for hardware. The thing is, like I don't need any of it, So it's like, it's easy for me to be like, yeah, I'm just not gonna opt in, especially because I've called for my maximum number of egos. That's why we're doing all this to begin with. And I'm on the hunt here. All right. So it's like I like the upgrade that the Switch 2 gave me, but being that it's also a single-use device, it means like when I was, if I'm not playing Donkey Kong or Mario Kart, I'm like, all right, like I'm playing my Steam Deck, which is cheap. It feels like it was cheaper, if not like around the same price. That's gonna be really interesting. Mike, did you and Wes, did you guys see the PS6 rumored stuff with the PS6s, a handheld version, and essentially kind of a dedicated high-end gaming machine?
Yeah.
What do you think about that? What do you think about them?
I always knew it was going to happen because I'd heard those rumors probably months back.
Yeah.
I think they came out about the same time as we heard about GTA 6. is that, and which is also the same reason when I think we were both part of that sort of lovely online debate with Thrash there.
Yeah.
About that the PS5 will outsell the PS4s. I'm not really so sure about that, because you have the PS6 that's not that far away. Maybe a year is when we're looking at that, because the PS6 will come out at the tail end of 2026. And then the console is really like, it's called a PS6 Lite, but really what it is a PS5 in a handheld form.
Yeah.
Which, from a hardware point of view, that handheld is a good point to be at, because that's a handheld that's superior to Switch 2. It's superior to the Steam Deck. It's superior to whatever is out there on the market from a hardware point of view. That's a good thing. That means you have better graphics and better things on the go.
Faster loading,
And of course, and finally, but whether or not we actually get that is still up in the air, because Mark Cerny seems to be a fan of the have the hardware at home and only stream to a portable device, because that's been the sort of their pattern since the PS3 days. So,
and it's because they've also struggled with it because they had the Vita.
Yeah, that's what they tried to make the Vita into, was a portable for the PS3 and PS4. And it first of all, third party didn't want to support that. They wanted to have their games natively. One, because at the time, Vita had proprietary storage, and it didn't really offer all that much unless you're paying an extra tax to Sony in the process. And no developer wanted to deal with that, really. And into the PS4, where they got more support, where they basically probably strong arm some of the developers, hey, build in streaming into your games so we can stream them onto our handheld. It was, most of them did it very poorly, so it just didn't ever really take off all that much. We probably didn't really get a good example of streaming until this generation.
Mm-hmm.
And even so, we still have this sort of weird issue where you can stream to the portal. You actually don't even need the PS5. It actually will access your PlayStation Network PS4 games, that you can stream them to the portal. But still, the older PS3, you can't stream to the portal. So it's just in this weird state, and I don't understand what Sony's thinking of it there. There were plenty of good titles on the PS3 that could get people to play. Other than the fact that they want to probably make them into remasters or something.
Well, and that's the thing, like how many, like with this next generation, like what is it that it's going to do? Because like the costs have gotten so high that they will be still cross-generational games, at least to start, and it'll be years before that's like, this is only on this platform, and thus it's like it reduces the need to upgrade, and then at the same time, like by the time it's on PS6, it's I'm like, yeah, we're good. Like I've got it on PC.
I mean, PS6, personally, I don't see a reason of upgrading at the moment.
Yeah.
It's sort of like I had a PS4, but I never had a game that I was going, oh, wow, great, I bought this hardware to play this one game. I never had a...
I do have a mount. I don't know where I'm going, so just kind of running around. I'm looking for the Amarat and the Great Amarat. That's what I'm on the hunt for.
I mean, if GTA 6 is my only incentive for getting a PS6, then I'm not getting a PS6.
Do you think GTA 6 comes out next year?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Could be. It's like the thing that may, and it may be the title for some people, may be their reason for going on to PlayStation 5, but GTA 6 is an exclusive title. It's going to hit both Xbox and PlayStation, I think, day and date.
No, I don't think it's coming to Xbox for GTA 6 day and date. I think they have like there's some form of timed exclusivity that GTA 6 has.
Well, that may not be the victory they think it's going to be.
I don't think it is. I don't think it's going to be the victory, especially if there ends up being a lot of issues where people will be like, all right.
Especially
We'll
if GTA 6 only really plays well if it's on the PS6 and not really on a PS5.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
it's the same
it
problem.
will eventually be on all the platforms RSJ, but I mean, and if they change, I have seen people talk about how, that's why people should get the PS5 Pro is because of GTA 6, and then Xbox players are just gonna have to wait. Like, seems like a foolish strategy.
Yeah,
okay.
To me, that's more just gatekeeping from the fans. It's not really
Right. It's the same thing also that I got frustrated with 16. And I was like, yeah, like, okay, guess what? It's like you release this big blockbuster movie that you want people to, and you need people to go see, but then you only release it in like half the theaters, or you're like, all right, these are the states that the movie's going to release in. These other states have to wait over a year, and then we'll release the movie in those states.
And then after the fact, they said, "Oh, oops, because we limited it, we didn't have enough sold copies."
Yep.
And like when they compared 16 to Final Fantasy VII Remake when it first came out, or a PS4 with its larger install base, 16 sold a whole lot less because there just wasn't enough PS5s in the wild. And it wasn't enough of a title to get people to buy new PS5s. That was my point on the exclusives argument.
Yeah.
Exclusives work when they matter when they work. And if they don't work, you're going to suffer for it. Everyone is.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They both own each other, Mr.
Sony owns them now. Yeah.
Like they both own each other. They both now, it's almost where they're almost in a they're reliant on each other.
All I know is I'm having a really fun time playing Helldivers 2 on the Xbox.
And
Yeah.
Helldivers is fixing to drop a new patch of something that's probably the most difficult content they've released to date.
Very cool. The downside is it's not cross progression. Like if it's like if it was Xbox Play Anywhere, it would be perfect.
Yeah, you're right.
The thing is that there's this concept, especially in the age of digital. It's like I'm not gonna uproot where I like, because I like the Xbox controller. It's my preferred layout. It's like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, I have a PS5 controller. It's great. I'm really actually curious. Like, the thing RSJ that I'm more interested in isn't, because I've long been saying this is what the direction Xbox has been going in is I've been long championing that and been talking about it, but it's the controller. It's the controller that I'm very curious about what they do with the next generation Xbox, because the game, the Switch 2 Pro controller and even the PS5 Pro controller, like, I think those are just a better value. Now, the Xbox Elite Series 2, which is what I have, is my favorite controller, but dollar for dollar, like, the one thing I would change is I want a controller that's got the rechargeability that the Elite Series 2 has, and that's what the Switch 2 and the PlayStation 5 have. And I want the ability to have the back paddles, or the back, like a couple of back buttons on the base of it, but I don't want the ability to be able to interchange and take off the sticks. And the reason it ends up being is that, Mike, if I can't leave these controllers out at all, because the kids will, and I won't be able to find the dadgum parts.
Or you'll find you'll find her $200 controller in the bathtub.
Or yeah, it's most likely it's either in the bathtub or like the parts are in someone's mouth. I'm like, all right, like, no, have mercy, please. So that's where it's like, but the thing is, Mister, like, I don't think the exclusive, like, I don't think that is the reality of what will happen. Nintendo has exclusives, and they'll sell their console because of that. But the price and the cost that it takes for these games, it's like, I think you got a lot of people. Yay, there we go. You know, in the corporate's like, okay, and that's the other piece of it, is that price has gone up, but the risk that these games take has gone way down, and so you end up getting this. You get gamers frustrated because the people aren't trying, you know, like they don't feel like, oh man, it's just this, it's this remaster that I played, you know, it's this that, you know, that I played a couple years ago. Where's the new stuff? And it's like, the new stuff is just too risky.
Yeah. And exclusive titles never left, by the way, but they've lost their quality for the most part.
I agree.
And
it's not that they aren't better, like they don't have like good aspects to them, but it's also the aspect that in terms of like the scale of stepping up, it doesn't feel like it's so it's like, yeah, the game loads better, so people will be like, but this, it runs better if you know, and it's like, yeah, but it's like in terms of like, you know, has it improved overall?
Like your most successful exclusive on PS5, I think, was Spider-Man 2 for launch. But it didn't really make much money for PlayStation because, well, it was a bad deal and it gave so much money to Disney.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, like exclusives do get people to buy hardware, but there's another aspect of it is like, I don't know if you guys feel it, but I feel way busier than ever. And again, like, I know I've made life choices that make me busy and, you know, etc. But at the end of the day, like, oh crap, I don't have my trust. Oh, good. I'll survive. Got a good hit off him. Like, you know, I was gonna say, like, I took off like almost half his life with one hit. I think essentially just because also you have way more games, you have way more things competing. Oh wait, I don't want to do my trust. I want to do my mount. And so I know for myself, it's like, okay, yeah. Oh, there's another one. Wait, I could just play all these other games that I want to play anyway that I'm enjoying. Look at me. I literally am playing Final Fantasy 11 right now. Like, you know, I'm not playing a game that you can only play. I wonder if content creation has also accelerated that aspect, right? Because I mean, thinking about it from, if I was trying to be somebody who was like always online, you know, like playing and streaming, making content, it's like, it's in my best interest to do whatever is algorithmically beneficial, you know, and I don't see how playing a game that you guys don't have access to, it would be that. I mean, it could though. Who knows?
Oh, for anybody who asked before, what does green mean? Green means kick.
Oh yeah, kick. Yeah, if you guys watch on the green platform, they actually pay me money for that. So outside of like West dropping gifted subs. Oh, harvesting point. Can I do anything with it? Harvesting is possible here if you have a sickle. The yeah, like, and so, but like they just straight up, they're like, oh, you had these many chatters on Kick. Here, have $5. It's like, oh wow, that's ridiculous. Like, you could see how like the big guys could really benefit from doing that. Like, oh man. And then I think that's one of the things that's helping to contribute with just the rise, because like, you know, they were sharing out like just how much market share you know, Kick has made over the last couple of like this year, and it's like they're growing, they are growing. I'm sure it's costing them a metric ton of money.
And RSJ, yeah, exclusivity isn't moving hardware like it used to. I think the business model was that the exclusives did help sell hardware, but the hardware also subsidized the cost of the exclusives. So the hardware would take a hit for it, and where you'd make most of your money is on the exclusives and on the game.
Yeah, and then over time as well. So it's like that's why they subsidize hardware. It seems they're doing that less, but it will be interesting to see what ends up shaking out with the PS6 and the Xbox, whatever they call it. It's probably gonna be a dumb name. You know, now here's where I think could be like a radical like game changer, is that with the Xbox, we know that it's like I just call it Xbox OS because that just is how I understand it. If they go and say, even if it's not the Series S, but if it's Series X, that it's going to run Xbox OS, and I've got Steam and I've got all this other stuff without having to buy hardware, holy crap. Like, that becomes your more entry line system, and then they can go balls to the wall on whatever it is with their new hardware, you know, where it's like, yeah, like I could theoretically see them saying, hey, yeah, does anybody, Mike, do you know if there's any other areas that have more of those guys, or if I just have to farm camp them, or if did I already get the item? No. Oh, he's also in the subtrain. Interesting. Wonder if he's more present in the subtrain. But he seems not to have a long despawn.
All of them can afford to pay Brian's chats. Because they all have sponsorships that come in, or investors that have got their backs all this time. It's not like the old days where you had a television station and whatnot that you had to have $89,000 just for to start the broadcast, and then had to rely on upwards of $200,000 to $500,000 of investment just to make sure you survive. Thankfully, it's not that. Otherwise, gaming streaming would die to a death long ago.
Yeah. I just fight all these other while I wait.
Might want to tell Sony that the hardware is overrated, because that's what they seem to be pushing a lot of.
I don't know, man. It just the words they use, I'm just like, seems like they're trying to slowly, for lack of a better word, groom their audience or their fan base to be like, oh yeah, this is a good idea. It is like, what's going to be really interesting to see is that, because like I'm really glad they brought Helldivers 2 to the Xbox. I think if it was on Play Anywhere, it would have been absolutely like peak. and that's where it's like play anywhere for me is like is the thing that I'm like, if it's play, like I bought Triangle Strategy, play anywhere. Like, yep, I could boot that up right now, and then it just carries over on all my devices. It's great. So yeah, I'm just like, cool. That's what I want. I want flexibility. As a 40-year-old man and father, like, give me the ability just to play games when I can, because it's not like it used to be, where it's like, I remember like in college, I was like, there was like a week before school started, and me and a friend sat down and played Final Fantasy X-2 non-stop until we beat the game, you know. And it was just like, yeah, just that's what we did all day for a week. Yeah, I think hardware costs. I think just everything. And again, like that. See, I don't know how you feel about that, RSJ. It's like if their next Xbox, yeah, it's upgrades, got more power, yada yada yada, cool. But then their current Xbox is like, oh, by the way, it now all your Steam games are here. All this is here. You know, that sounds really nice. Merit point.
I think Xbox's future is more being like what they've done with their Surface and creative platform, which is they may still make hardware, but they also don't limit it. The hardware is going to be able to be made by all these third party. So we'll have Asus making Xboxes, Gigabyte making Xboxes, Lenovo and Dell making Xboxes, and you just buy whatever brand you want, you'll have an Xbox that way.
Exactly. That's what I'm betting we also somewhat see with this new Steam box that's kind of rumored to be coming out. And it's like, I think where it struggled originally, they we're gonna see a lot of what held it back, their first iteration like a decade ago. I don't think you're gonna see that, because the support for Steam Deck has been just really phenomenal, you know. And it's like, okay, cool. Yeah, I literally have GFN now as an app. They made a dedicated app. Now the thing with the Xbox is that being that it's Windows based, that all that basically just happens. So I mean, I'm downplaying it, but yeah, it still is like, okay, cool. Yeah. So now I can have my GeForce Now app. I can have my Xbox. I can have my PlayStation. I can have my, PC. And it's like if I'm at home with great Wi-Fi, cool. I'm just going to probably stream the game. If I have a high-end PC gaming performance. And then if I'm on the go, I can just, yeah, I'll run it natively. Maybe my resolution isn't as what, you know. Maybe I drop some frames. Who cares? You know?
I'm some more coffee, brother.
I haven't had any yet, and that's why I was like, what time? It is 6 o'clock. So I think that sounds about right. I think it's about time to get a thing of coffee. Let me go grab one real quick, guys. We're waiting for things to spawn, so I need to rearrange this tool. But here's the be right back screen. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna make some coffee. I'll see you in a second.
K-Cups for the win. Why don't I see the YouTube chat? Oh, I see.
All right. Coffee in hand. Let's see here. Go. Bada bing, bada
Is
boom.
your character still alive? Yes.
I hope so. It's like, I have leveled them up to be powerful. There we go. Let's see if the fix the mouse. There we go. There we go. Got another one. Come on, buddy. Give me your loots. Pile of Jody's acid. Yeah, all I had to do was ask nicely. There we go. Okay. So.
And kill it several times.
Kill several times and ask nicely. Can I get some Jody acid, please? Let's see here. Equipment. I do have a warp ring equipped. All right, item. Let's go. Well, that's good. Yum. That also feels good on the throat. Hey, welcome to your workday, dude. I finally found where I was going, and then I'm just doing this quest. I guess I could go back and work on the Rhapsodies now that I'm at the right step. But I'm kind of like, well, let's just see how far this rabbit hole goes. Travel to another home point. Current region. Oh, sorry. Nope. I guess let's go white
Weird
game.
video.
Where is it? Like, I got the home page crystal. What? There we go. I was like, I unlocked it. Where might it be? Yeah, Final Fantasy 11 is growing. I think again, like and I'm trying to make the point is like, I think I would argue that if you're not satisfied, and obviously the housing thing becomes a whole problem, but if you're not enjoying Final Fantasy 14, go sub to 11. Go play 11. It is got a lot of the. It's a really good game. It's also got a lot of the things that I think you'll find that you like are lacking in 14. And my hope personally is more people actually take me up on that challenge, and thus they can come in and say, oh, Final Fantasy 11. A lot of people seem to like it. What if we just take all the work we've already done in 14? We got the engine. Like they could, and I would be very curious, especially because I know diehard 11 players. Like there's a whole different range of it. But I was like, imagine if they basically kept 11 as it is running, and it becomes classic, right? You just boom, let's call that. But then they launch it in the 14 engine, not making it like Final Fantasy 14. It is still Final Fantasy 11, but it's got the the graphics and all, and the quality of life features kind of bada bing bada boom. And then you have the original, you have the expansions, and they roll those out, like, so you get to kind of in a way play it as progression. I do think they would want to bring in the trust system right away. So there's a couple things that it's like, yep, we want this, we want that. But that's just my thought. Like, I would love to see something like that. It's just an option, but
I don't know if they'll actually probably do something like that until probably let's like 17 or whatever the next MMO is called comes out.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, people like they need to make a new MMO, and it's like, do they? Like, if they, man, like imagine if they were like, well, okay, well, instead of making a new one, we're going back to Vana'diel. And so it's like, I don't know. A new one would be great, but if they make a new one, in my mind, it's got to be a sand park. Like, it's okay that they got the theme park stuff, but they need a sand park. They need that sandbox element that is going on behind the scenes. They need gear to match. Yeah, but it sounds like from some of the talk, it's like, you know, they're talking about shorter play sessions, you know, just, and they're trying to really lead into that accessibility, and I get that, but I think you gotta, I don't know, it's gotta be a hard balance, especially because of the cost. You'll find ghosts. So theme park is what you see with Final Fantasy 14, and you see this kind of with WoW, where the quests are marked, and it kind of guides you through more of a story, and those quests are what feed you with XP to level you up. Basically, just a track to get you into what's called an endgame. So it's very vertical in its progression and its design. Now, Sandbox, and the reason, like I say, Sand Park, is that it's the combination of the vertical and the horizontal, is that a sandbox is that you go and you grind enemies to get experience. Quests are really unlocking features. And so you end up having more horizontal type progression, where the gear you get has all kinds of various different attributes and things like that. That would be like, oh man, you know, like you need this, right? But they make it so in 11, one of the things they do is that, is there a meta in 11? I'm sure there is. It's so insanely complex that the players change the meta, and then an update, and then it changes again, to the point where people are like, yeah, like outside of, like it just takes too much effort for anybody even to know, like, oh, this is, because like one of my things that one of my friends and we did is he loved just challenging the meta. People would be like, this is the best job, and he's like, well, actually, if you do this and play this and equip that, I'm running circles around you. And it's like, oh, and so then the meta would shift, and then it's like, oh, let's go and see what other things we can experiment. So it's like you get that freedom because you have so much choice, right? Your gear matters, your everything matters. And so you'll find like this is like a level 71 piece of gear, still pretty freaking great. So it's like there's like gear, especially some of the stuff that might drop in different ways, that it's like, yeah, it's sought out after because it's so valuable. So people had this concept, and they'd go and they'd farm these kind of drops and be able to put them up on the market, so people who wanted them could buy them. So anyway, go ahead.
The other, like Star Trek Online and Neverwinter are good examples of a sand park style game. Yeah, where you have various kinds of builds. There isn't just one meta. There's multiples. And good example in Star Trek Online is the Science player is your mage type player, which means they may not have to fire a single shot, but they can cause natural disasters of catastrophe that just obliterate a field. And with that much spam of particles going on your screen, you don't know what's going on, but by the end, everything's dead, and they have committed their war crimes, and they have defeated all the enemies, and whatever thing you were doing is now done. And in contrast, if you want to have a straight DPS meta, it's there as well. Or if you have a tank meta, or if you want to just use projectiles, or if you want to use again, just a pet type build, it can all do it. But then what happens in those games is that it's not about beating the content. There is no hand holding going on. It's a DPS chase to whoever can top the DPS charts. Mm-hmm. And how ridiculous their builds can get to top the DPS chart defines the meta. And that meta changes just as there's variance on people's abilities and given variance of design styles. Now, also in gacha games, they have a meta they also reach you, but that meta is also often changes not necessarily on player build styles, but whatever the devs decide to add. Well, here's this new whale ship that you can get, and if you spend $300-400 in our gambling currency, we'll gladly, you have a chance of getting this whale ship. And this whale ship happens to have this special ability or this special console or this special item that suddenly changes how the meta is done, and then that item, if it's really OP, can literally be used in multiple and different kinds of build styles. So it's sought after. But then again, the problem with that is that if they're building everything towards just building whatever can break the meta, they're not really building for what is playable content.
Mm-hmm.
Which is that's where I see the issues with the sort of the sand park kind of thing. Is you either build to see what is available to break the meta, or what there's so little actual gaming content there that you don't really have anything else to do.
Yeah, and so how I would solve that, like to give it an example in Final Fantasy 14 RSJ, just for a piece of it, is that if they to bring in more sand box elements would be letting the players through their just playing the game contribute to zone domination. And so that there ends up being this just game of like in the open, it incentivizes open world, but based off of what you would do, you're contributing overall to like, and then like in this one, they have what's called conquest. And so that every week, whatever you're doing in the zone is getting you points for your side. And at the end of the week, it totals up and it's like, oh, so this team controls this zone. And there's benefits to doing that. And that's where, like, again, crafting and the economy, which is more player driven. Now, I think now within in 11, it's less player driven, but it is, what it is. Let's see here. E10. Headstone. Okay.
Bingo. Do you want your bingo card?
Yep.
Well, I mean,
Ooh,
good example of the change that I was just talking about was like Star Trek Online just announced a new ship that's coming to their big lockbox thing, which is, you might see this with Blue Protocol whenever it comes out to be the full release, as well as where they all constantly have these little gambling items. You may think they're cosmetic and whatnot, but the reality, they may actually have an element that says, oh, you can only defeat the latest boss with this item. Which means you didn't have to gamble to get the item. Or if they have it where you can buy it on the market, your people are then trying to collect as much revenue so they can just buy it on the internal gaming market. But that new ship, it's like it has this trait that actually affects the cooldowns of all the bridge officer abilities. It's good for tanking. It's good for broadsiding. It's built on a ship that's has its other claim to fame is it has a skin for if anybody's a fan of the old Star Trek Kirk movies.
Nice.
So it hits both the theme park elements as well as the sandbox elements. But again, it's in a lockbox item as well. So that's where they're making money off.
What a cool looking style. I like that. See, I think what I'd like to see if they were like is I like that I have the concept of the trust, but I would rather like these actually be like characters that I create in the long run that I could level up and gear up and, you know, kind of like, hey, I'm gonna have you do this. And you have the gambit system from 12, which basically lets me kind of set some of their logic, right?
Because I don't know why they don't do that, because you actually have that in as a sort of anime trope in some shows where it's like, hey, you've raised these people and you help define their skills that they can do as leveling up, and that's because they've been isekai to a world that has all these different fantasy elements into it, and just depends on how, and as you become more powerful, they become more powerful. But I wonder if it's more of a matter of, depending on how they can, I think they're more worried about what's the safe way to monetize it. Is it easier to monetize something that where they can sell unlocks? Or is it easier to monetize where they can just have constant, consistent subscription pay?
I think does it
and also that.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I was just the dolphin. Does it automatically start me on the next mission? Yep. The dolphin crest.
Usually. Final Fantasy doesn't want to keep you hanging.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, home point maybe over here. Might as well grab it. So if I ever need to get back out here quickly, a hop, skip, and a jump. Yeah, hey, no worries about that, warrior. I'm just kind of doing these missions and stuff. I'm having a good old time. Yeah, like I figured, I was like, yeah, like where I want to get these things knocked out. Yeah.
Yep. And thankfully, I am off for the weekend because of the holiday.
Yay! Yeah, Julie was like, oh, where am I going? Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm off. Just gonna rest, relax. Today I've got some honeydew list stuff though. Plenty of honeydew.
Off, yeah, off is kind of relative. It's like, oh, you don't have to work, but oh, a tree fell on the truck, so now you have to worry about something else.
Yeah, I have to look. I have my list. I was like, I've gotten several things done last week, and now I was like, I need to, this will be a good time. So the goal is to do that today. And then we're probably going to go to mass tonight and then go swimming with friends tomorrow night and then just chill at home on Monday.
Should be cooler this weekend because we've had a fair amount of rain this week as well.
Oh yeah. Like, dude, I was going to ask you about that. Cause it's like that little cool front that came in the other day. Oh my goodness. How nice that was. I was like, yeah, man, I am ready.
Yeah, it was a nice cool front. I just didn't like the surprise. I came outside yesterday. I went to go get on the road yesterday morning.
What happened?
Oh, it came out and there's a crack that goes right down the front of the windshield.
Oh no!
From the driver's side to the passenger side, and I went just sort of huff and just yeah, whatever. It's covered by it's covered by insurance. I'm just now waiting for the Safe Light people to show up so they can replace the windshield.
Okay.
So thankfully it's not like having to do like a full like bumper replacement or anything you can repair like that. It's just where they just come out of the house, replace the windshield, you pay in the $50 for the deductible.
Yeah.
And call it a day, or whatever they want you to put down as down payment, and call it a day. And it's basically no more different than the cost of buying. Well, it's still less than cost of buying a console.
Yeah. It's so strange because it's like, I mean, that's why I always want to encourage people to, get out of debt. And for me, Dave Ramsey's plan worked real well. But the reason it ends up being one of the things that it's like, you never really kind of think about is that, like, we are especially with Facebook Marketplace and not having debt, like something's like, yep, we'll keep an eye out for this thing we want. And so I don't think I ever play full price for things, it's like, okay, cool. And so like when you don't have monthly payments that are siphoning away your hard-earned money, like it becomes where it's like, yeah, we can wait, we can be selective, and then we'll pay cash for it, and we'll get things at 50% what they cost in the store. So my wife is good at finding deals like that.
Yeah, just spend on what you need, and that's all it really is even for the stuff that I buy, like the game consoles, I never do it on a credit card. I don't do it on a loan. I don't like doing it on a credit card or loan because that can be turned against you in an instant, and you may be thinking on a right path, but it's also not very forward thinking in how you're trying to think for the future. So I think that's why I like doing things via leases. There's no interest. It doesn't affect your credit score, and you get the right job, and the lease can be paid off in an instant.
Nice.
Whether it's vehicle, I always do leases for vehicles, especially for business vehicles. Like if I'm having to pay if I had to pay for a hauling truck, I may spend down for a $55,000 lease.
Yeah.
But you can get, if you get the right first 3 jobs, you can earn about $60,000 in those right jobs just hauling. So that immediately can pay off that truck, and you now own it. There's no, other than you paying for maintenance and title and whatnot, it's now something as it becomes collateral for your business, which means you now have more investment strength because of it. The only thing you really need to put down for where we're about is having passive investment, which is you invest in property, the property gets you gains, and if you want to rent out part of that property to have more income coming in, you can.
Yeah.
And then becomes passive income to you. And you just grow that.
Yeah, that's where it's like, that's where I see a lot of like, we're in a way what's been called the crash up, where assets have become, like, oh, like they're going up, everything's going up. And it's like, yeah, because like the dollar's going down. So it's like, if you are fortunate to have land, property, home, things like that, like the value, like then it's that hedge against all of that at a minimum. But then yes, everything's been going up. I've been seeing that home prices are coming down, but that's awesome. It's like, it was like, I think, they were definitely hyperinflated. But I think it was hyperinflated because we've seen so much like, BlackRock and just investment. I think that is cooling off, which is good because it's like, no. Like,
yeah, and there's also
people should be able to get into a home. That's, I think, one of the things that leads to a lot of the frustration why we've seen so much, at least online discourse rise up around like Marxist and communism. It's like, yeah, they're angry. The system isn't working for them. It's like, yeah, let's get them a house. They're gonna, they'll have some stakes in the game at that point, and then we'll see if that continues to preach to them.
Also, the same reason why parts of my family still says, well, we'll just get a loan to pad out our savings. I'm like, that's not how it works. You're still having more stuff that you have to spend money on and less financial freedom of actually being able to spend money on.
Yeah.
If you're having to worry about a loan on top of things.
Well, that's the thing. It just kind of siphons people's buying power.
Exactly.
Like, I saw some video, and it was maybe during the COVID lockdown or whatever, but people were showing like Like, yeah, I have, you know, my car payment is $1,200 a month. I'm like, holy crap. That's a lot of money.
Because your
Like,
interest is
that's-
so high with.
Right. It's like, that's like, it's like you can get a mortgage. Like, oh my gosh. Anyway.
It's one thing to have a mortgage, or even if you want to pay off the mortgage, but a mortgage still at least has some collateral to it, so that it actually helps you out to have a mortgage. It's like one of those. It's like one of those. Like people worried about saying, well, the U.S. should be paying off all its debt. Not really paying all its debt, just paying off enough of it so it is not catastrophic to the U.S. And that's, you have some debt, and that some debt actually gives you collateral or spending power to do more. So that's always the thing you're tied up with. And for individuals' case, that's the house, that's the home.
Yeah.
The home is your debt that gives you more buying power, because even after you've paid the mortgage and own the home, it's the land itself and what the house sits on gives you collateral and buying power.
All right, so I'm on the black coffin.
I don't mind Ramsey. He's good on some of his financial advice. He's not always so savvy about the technical stuff.
But the idea of like how he breaks it down and getting out of debt in terms of like paying off the smallest to the largest, because it's like
but that's just common sense. It's
psychological. It's so psychological, because it's like, yeah, you get these early wins, and it helps you motivate, you know, through the harder work, as opposed to like, yeah, this interest has got, you know, this loan's got the highest interest, I should pay it off, and you never do, because it's like you're paying on it, and then it's like something will happen, it'll set you back, and it's like no, like get the small wins in, so that way you can take those and you can start throwing haymakers at your big debt, and it ends up it's a psychological thing. It's not a math problem. Let's see here. Let's see here.
Even you out a little bit.
Yeah.
No, it'll even out your subs.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Let's see here. And Stratusfire got the gifted member. Let's up that on the board. All right, so that's 10. Thank you, sir. All right, excellent. Yes. Evens it out quite nicely.
I have an issue about odd numbers, so don't. It'll bother me after a while.
If we had like some whales just to like piss you off, it's like all right, somebody just starts slow rolling it. To 11. No. Let's see here. Helping navigate to the zone.
It won't piss me off. It'll annoy me for a little bit, but you have to do a lot to actually piss me off.
This is true. It's good. Like, it's the pissed off state should hopefully be something that isn't the first line of defense. It's like, I'm annoyed. All right.
Yeah, you hit a small child, that'll piss me off.
Oh yeah.
And but not this.
Agreed. 1 second. Let me. That bar. That's better. I was like, there's this like light little line at the bottom of my event bar. I guess I moved it up or something on accident. There we go.
Thing doesn't update all the way. Have to refresh the page.
All right. Enter the chamber passage.
I do have a few things I would like to share to you later, but I'll do that off stream.
Oh, okay. Everything okay?
Oh yeah,
Okay, good.
it's just some things you might be interested in.
Okay, cool. I don't know if I've ever talked to these books.
Like that.
Hmm?
Oh, check your I am there in Discord.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, travel
I
case.
have an
Okay,
extra.
neat.
Yeah, I have an extra. I don't need it.
Let's see here.
So I did pick up the GameCube controller because they added them like 2 months after back into the store. So you can just buy them. You didn't need to.
How
be on the
how
pre-orders.
is it? Because it's
I like
it
it.
seems like they had the one tiny small button, you know?
It's one that sort of throws you off, but it is the GameCube controller. In fact, the D-pad on it works better than the original. So you have that feature, though. Granted, if you actually bothered to use the D-pad all that much on the original GameCube controller, which is the only time you did is probably on a side scroller, but otherwise it's. But plus, I can use it on all the. Pretty much, it's. I use it more so than the Switch 1 Pro controller. I haven't bought the Switch 2 Pro controller because I still have the Switch 1 version. And I like the GameCube controller. Its only issue is I wish I could map the buttons is the only downside to it. But
Yeah.
it has the GameCube feel. If you're a fan of the GameCube controller, I'd say go for it.
Okay, good to know.
And you just
Good
buy it
to
off
know.
the Nintendo Shop Store, or if they have them on Amazon for like at down to $50 or $40, you can buy it there.
Yeah.
Which just say Julie, search for this, and she may be able to find that.
Right.
It would be nice to do like a live game night or something.
Oh, dude. I'd love that.
Like I just get some friends over, like old school LAN party kind of thing, where
Yeah.
everybody's in one location. We actually have we're in a bunch of pizza, and pizza for the kids, pizza for the friends, pizza for the family, and just play some games.
Yeah, man. Dude,
I mean-
that's how we used to play 11. It's like the same kind of things. Like people were hanging out, you know, having their laptops or whatever, and ordering pizza, having good food, good friends, good times. Let's see here.
Or cook some barbecue and get some. Of course, now I'm thinking about Texas barbecue. That's not good at 6:40 in the morning.
I don't know, man. That's like, it's like that. I don't know. That sounds good.
Not good for the heart, but good for the stomach and good for the soul.
Second.
Don't go to Twitter anymore. Too much dysfunction.
Here. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. don't know if I'm in the right area. We will find out. Yes. Oh, wrong controller. All right, so G. Hey, good morning, Mikey. No, I'm not in a meeting. I'm just playing some Final Fantasy. Did you sleep, buddy? You what? All right. Kids are starting to wake up. Makes sense. So, could be another hour of play. Could be another 15 minutes. We will see.
And go on with their breakfast.
Yep. Pretty. If you check your region info in the main menu and look up the siege, sometimes there's an attack. Nice. Nazul Isle assault orders. What do I need to be doing here? Puts me in here. Otherwise, I might have to just say, like, yep. Nazul Isle assault orders. Okay. Assault is like a mission. Thank you very much. Okay. Palace of the Dead in 14. Oh. If I can't go that way, does it let me go this way?
I say I'm saving money, then I drop $149 on a new Superman 5 film collection. That's the digital steel book. Like, oh yeah, okay.
Here.
But it had the director's cut of both Superman 1 and 2. I could.
That was 100 floors, and then they drop job-specific weapons to work and unlock as job-specific weapon skills. Interesting. So is this is this the assault mission I'm under? The Nazul Isle investigation? Warrior? Okay, cool. You are not in possession of an assault armband. What the hell? Oh, I love this game so much. All right.
Assault armband. Is there assault hat too?
Well, it's like, does I have to equip it? NPC near there. Okay. Oh, okay. I mean, it's this. Greetings, mercenary. You are here on assault mission, and you're wanting command verification. Sure. If you have 50 credits available in your Imperial standing, I will recognize your ability to lead an assault mission. Yes, 50 credits. I cannot entrust leadership of a mission to a mercenary with such an unimpressive standing. Return to me when you are worthy. What the absolute F? All right, let's see here. And pick up the Imperial Army ID tag. You'll need one tag per assault try. If you're already in an active assault orders key item, you're good. Okay. Confirm which assault. Accepted. Get the correct staging point. Enter the assault. Turn next one again. That one. Yeah, best way to get Imperial standing is doing a besieged. Okay. The you said region. The Imperial standing, I'm at 7. No, I was like, yeah, 50, got it. Nope. So where is it where they're flashing? Or I just have to kind of hover over and see. Okay, so in this area, how do I get there? And at the, I think that's where I'm trying to get to, the reef. Should I just go hang out in Al Zabi? Okay, no. You can also gain by killing any monsters that give you experience in the Oregon area, but you will need to get a signet from the... Okay, cool. Go farm some enemies then. Yeah, I think that's the red one, I believe. So I could literally go out to the thicket and stuff like what I was doing to farm that item. If I had the signet, I probably would have had that standing. Middle of the map. Okay, thank you. This guy looks like he would hand out signets. Sanction. Regen, why not? Sieges are random. I got it. Okay. Is that what is sanction what I needed? My credits. Great. All right. Cool. Now let's go fight some monsters. Get some experience. Get into an assault. All this and more.
Wait.
Wait, what?
Like, but wait, there's more.
But wait. All right. So glad I'm finally doing this stuff, man. It's like, oh man, back myself up.
All the personal challenges you make yourself for the game just to get things done.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like, it's kind of neat because like the pain point of like, oh, I can't go there. All right, then you do what you can. Then it's like, okay, now that's open. That's, in my mind, horizontal progression. Like, you do things, and then the game, like your quality of life in the game improves. You're like, okay, cool, you know. And so that's where it's at. That's why when you see people online with like, oh, finally an MMO that respects your time, it's like the rewards just need to benefit the investment of that time. If the rewards don't match, then no, it doesn't, like, you're like, all right. But if you sit here and you're like, yep, I'm spending time, I'm having fun, I'm doing these things, and then I unlock this thing, and it took me a long time, there's a level of satisfaction you get out of that is, you know, it can't be.
Why I wasn't too impressed with that new open world zone that they introduced in the last.
Oh, with the Phantom jobs? It sounded so fascinating. I was like, man, that sounds awesome.
But then both the Phantom jobs and the relic requirements are both 20% or lower RNG chances. And so you either be really lucky and you get paid for your time, or you're going to be really unlucky and you're going to feel like you're just wasting your time.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like, if it was also giving you, you know, like, let's say 1% progress, or heck, 1% of 1% progress every time, and then you were able to go and grab the thing you want, you know, like, so yeah, you get that, you got lucky, great. But then it's like, okay, cool, well, you're still making progress regardless of your luck.
Right.
It's just slow progress. So it's like, you're not gonna be like, oh man, because yeah, like some people I don't know what it is, like, it feels like the game maybe picks on them, like, yeah.
Whereas with the person with lousy RNG, is going to go in there and spend 300 plus hours and go, no.
What's up, Phantom? How's it going, dude? Yeah, I'm not surprised by that statement. I debated on it, but it felt too, I don't know, sensational to call it like, no, Light No Fire isn't canceled or something like that. So I was just like, dude, we finally got some news. Yeah. And it's like, I am just so looking forward to that game. Hey, Mikey. Yeah. What do you want me to, like, I don't know how you want. Okay, well, go ahead.
Dad.
I don't have it? I don't have what? Well, I thought how did you play it then?
No.
Okay. Well, give me a minute and then I'll come figure out what it is. Like, are you trying to put a mod on Wonderland? Okay. What are you trying to do? Oh, you're trying to get something on the marketplace. No, and I'm not going to spend any more money on Minecraft this month. You gotta wait till next month, bud. Yeah, play what you got, buddy. It's like, come on, guys. I'm not made out of money.
No.
Dude, I am so looking forward to Light No Fire Phantom. Thanks for checking out the video, by the way. Appreciate that. I'm trying to get back into the groove. I've been just so slammed. I'm like, I think I saw that news on Thursday and it took me into now the video. It was like, yeah, is out. I was like, great. Bueno says, I'm picking up Final Fantasy 11 soon. Yes, dude. Welcome in. What starting job would you recommend for someone who aims to be a main paladin? Does white mage make sense if a paladin can already use some of that? Yes. So there's you'll have because the things that you do on that will definitely benefit you. And with the trust aspect, you can really kind of level yourself up pretty quickly to go unlock paladin. So the other thing that you might find also would be warrior, because if you think about like when you get to the point where you have your sub job, like warrior sub white, you know, it's not full on paladin, but it you'll be skilling up with the various different weapons that kind of, you know, you kind of need. Hey, Imperial standing 44. Okay. Yeah, let's get some of this Imperial standing. I don't know if you have to spend it like a credit, so we're farming some standing so we can do an assault, so we can progress that system, and so that I'm not such a noob. It's so funny because I've got so much time in this game, and like I've only touched, I feel like, such a small percentage. I'm just like, I don't know. I've always found it very I always found it to be a very relaxing game, outside of the fact that like when you would die, it would be just tragic. Can you use a magic character? Yes, you can use magic. Yeah, RSJ, we got to get you checking this game out, especially when it comes to the next Xbox. And assuming, I'm really hoping that they bring Xbox OS to the current gen.
It probably will, because it's sort of Microsoft's sort of pattern of wanting to bring both software and services. It's not necessarily about the hardware; it's about bringing the software and services to as many platforms as possible. If
Worldwide is Warrior of Light is still kind of listening, if he hasn't gotten pulled away from work, Bueno asks, do any of the support jobs affect weapon scaling on your main job? I'm hesitant to say yes. There is like some kind of impact, but like a support job can equip certain weapons. A job can equip certain weapons. I don't think you can equip those weapons on a sub job, but I do think that there is a aspect that has an impact. And Warrior says yes, so I'm assuming he's answering the question, but he could just say yes, I am here. So hold on, Bueno, we'll get you an official answer here in a second. I'm hoping that with that kind of talk into the light no fire, because it's like it does confirm exactly what I was saying. I was like, they are literally testing out the tech with all this No Man's Sky updates and stuff like that. Truly, like, which is what you want, because they can really make sure that they have everything in place for Light No Fire when it launches.
There, I'll put a like on it.
What's going on, Sean? Good morning. Hey, I don't know if you got to see, but I did get to play some of that Strangers of Paradise Final Fantasy, and it's really fun. Thank you so much again for that gift. I really, really appreciate that, and I'm gonna keep playing it. What's that notification? 1 second. Hey, all right, Catalina, thank you for the follow. Any more enemies in this area? Hey, Licorice. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, like how I understand it is like I'll go that way. The maybe I do, but the
Whichever way you want.
let's go explore. As long as I'm killing things. Dude, Wes, thanks, man.
What?
Dropping 5 gifted members here on YouTube. Let's move on. You did.
I'm innocent.
It literally says you.
I'm innocent.
You can't hide. Let's see here. It takes our goal to 15 out of 25. The for those of you who don't know, for every 25 I gift 5 back to the community, and whatever platform hits it is the platform that gets it. So thank you Wes for that support. And then Charlie, Call Me, Robeck, Sean, and RSJ Fan receiving that the membership badge. So beautiful. I love seeing the green names in chat. All right. Here. Okay. I was like, I'm gonna summon forth enemy my trust as soon as. So like Savage Blade weapon skill is strength and mind. Okay, thank you, Warrior. Game the community in and of itself. That's actually one of the things that's interesting, Bruno, or hopefully I'm remember the name right. Sorry, I got too many notifications. it's one of the things that's really fascinating about it, because it's that the streaming aspect really does kind of like help. So it's like the community seems very, very willing and helpful in that regards. Maylaw, and hopefully I'm not butchering her name too bad. You're thinking about moving your membership from the Prime channel to here, but now you'll wait. Yeah, like don't feel like you got to double dip.
Yeah.
Rice
Watch
Krispie
where you
Razzle
want to
Dazzle,
watch.
baby?
What's up?
Just watch where you want to watch.
Yeah, watch
It's
where you
sort of
want to
like-
watch. The yeah, so like for what Sean's kind of alluding to, so like I got kind of 3 channels within the YouTube sphere. You got Prime, you got MMO, and then you got the gaming roundtables for the podcast. And so it's like right now my thought is like Prime's going to be the main place where I do my streams. But if I'm playing an MMO, it's going to also be, and then the VOD lives up on the MMO channel for anybody who wants that, for free. And then on the Prime side, the VOD becomes like a members only video that has all forms of ads turned off of it. Just Maytai. Let me know if I got close. Yamron's usually my pronunciator in chief when it comes down to it. So my dyslexia gets into it. What's going on, Clough? How you doing? Hey, what's up, TK? Can limit points. I'm curious now. Such a cool little area. All right. Besieged. Oh, 144. Okay, great. Making that progress. Phantom says, are they using what they learned to make all the games better? Light No Fire should be good. Filling out the world with content will be the hardest part. I hope so. I mean, the thing is, and the challenge is going to be, is that Light No Fire in here is going to be so good. Light No Fire in reality, we have no idea. But the core idea of it, and I think one of the things that makes me more excited about that than like going and playing like No Man's Sky right now, is that while I'm impressed by No Man's Sky for sure, the fantasy element in Light No Fire seems way more interesting to me personally. Loft says, don't forget to leave a like. Thank you so much for that, dude. The other thing, and just I talked about this in the Light No Fire video. I don't know if you guys have access to it yet, but I've seen it starting to pop up on my phone. I haven't seen it on the web, but it's got a hype button, and you get like 3 hypes a week apparently. And so whether you use your hype on my content, be sure to be using your hype on somebody who you want to support, because I don't know how it affects anything, but we'll find out. I'm also getting merit points, baby. And yes, cool. Making sure I'm still getting those points. Borderlands 4, dude, looks really cool. I am, oh gosh, like I did not vibe with BL3, and so like now I'm like, I'm probably gonna pick it up, but I'm personally not gonna pre-order, and I'm gonna probably wait till reviews come out, or if at least nothing else, just not pre-order and just wait to get the game when it comes out.
It also come out on Switch too as well.
It's coming out on Switch too. And back to our Switch 2 conversation, it's like, well, I like my Switch 2. I'm like, if it's on GeForce Now, which I believe they already announced that it is, like, if it's like Xbox Play Anywhere or GeForce Now, those are that's where I'll play. So my brother's on an Xbox, so chances are, like, if I'm gonna pick it up, because he and I played a lot of Borderlands 2 together, we might want to play some Borderlands 4 together. It's like it just makes it sometimes easier to be on a play. It does have cross play, but it's like it just might make it easier to be like, yep. But then yeah, it like, oh gosh, does it have cross progression? I can't even remember now. Cross progression in and of itself would have me easily pick it up on Switch 2. Would have me easily just like, yeah, I'm just gonna have the game where, you know, wherever I am at. That comes out in here in the beginning of September, right? Windsor?
So
Yeah, because I was, for some reason I was kind of confused because I've been playing some Helldivers 2, which has been very fun. $250, all right. Thing in progress. Hey, gorgeous, good morning. You're very welcome. You're not on camera if you want to sit there. So I actually am really looking forward to the Xbox Ally for a few reasons. The first one is Xbox OS. This will be the first like more public hands-on with it, and it's gonna be really interesting to see because it's gonna, you know, like while my Steam Deck is great, it isn't also, my Steam Deck isn't 1080p. Might seem silly, but like having that kind of resolution it sounds good to me. And so I'm looking forward to playing this game on it because it's gonna have all my games and whatnot. And I see people kind of talking like, oh, you know, console native, it's gonna stream. It's like I do so much gaming streaming anyway. Like I don't know, I'm not in this camp of like if it doesn't run natively, then it's not not worth it. It's like, yeah, I get that, you know, people probably gonna want to be able to install a lot of that. I do think based off of what Microsoft has said, that's the commitment they're making to continue to support these games and get them ported over, just like they did with backwards compatibility. The price in and of itself sucks. It's like, oof. I don't even know. It sounds like it. Like it's if $900 or $800 easily, and it's like that's just such a pricey thing. But then I do wonder, like, is this going to be any kind of preview towards what their next console hardware is?
That's why I was waiting for the Legion Go.
Oh man, she call him Ben, my little boyfriend.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, her and her little friend, not boyfriend, but yeah, like they like to play Minecraft together. So,
oh, okay,
it's so early, yeah. So what do you think about it, Sean? Like, is it something like that you might be interested in picking up? Like, I'm generally curious. I think it's like, and this kind of highlights what we were talking about just on the podcast yesterday. It's like gaming hardware at a minimum feels like it's becoming, and I was talking to my wife about this as well, is that we're seeing like the rise of like luxury products, a lot more luxury brands than anything else. And so it doesn't, like, gaming doesn't necessarily feel like mass market as it once was. Like, I don't know why $300 feels like a mass market price, but $450, it's like, ugh, ooh, that's a jump, you know, despite the fact that it's like, I do recognize, like, you know, I paid, you know, like what the equivalent of that for my SNES when it came out, but at $200. No, yeah. I paid. I mowed yards. That's why I told the kids, like, if they want to get to work, I'll let them save up the money and buy a Switch.
I mowed yards for the NES and the SNES.
Yeah. All right, now that I got at least that amount.
The only system I ever got for free was the Atari, and that was only because that was what my dad had.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how old I am.
My parents got me the NES, and then I bought my SNES, and then I've bought my consoles all since then. Still working.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I'm still wanting to see what the price is on the new Legion goes.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
I think competition is going to be real interesting because people are going to have to compete for, especially because it's like if you go out and you spend that much money on a console, that means you got less money to spend on other things like maybe games or whatnot. Give me a second, guys. The dog sounds like they want to go outside, so I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see here.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Dude, this music in this game is so good.
I think the $1,000 price tag there for those type of new handhelds is probably going to be your default one, because I'm seeing possibly the same pricing from Legion's offering, which is Lenovo, which is like the Go 2 Extreme. Because if the Go S was already at $800, then it makes sense for the Extreme to hit like the $1,000 price point for it.
Exactly. I want to say, BB Pad, thanks for the follow over on the green platform. Appreciate that. Anyway, sorry, you were saying, Wes?
I was just going to say that if they can actually match the pricing of what the previous generation one, which was $700 and $800, then that would price it below the Ally X. And if it's just a matter of just getting Game Pass on there, then it's still a gaming PC handheld. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Play anywhere. That's where I was like, it is Final Fantasy Tactics play anywhere. Like, I just got Triangle Strategy. Like, why? I can't yet currently fathom, like, if, like, is there something special that has to happen because the game's also coming out on Steam? Like, why not also just have that as an option. It's the same thing with Helldivers too. Like it's on Steam, but like I'd like cross progression. I even said that about like that's the back when they did the whole PS5 account snafu with Helldivers when it first came out. I was like, the thing is, it shouldn't be a stick; it should be a carrot. It's like, hey, if you join and log into your PlayStation account, what we'll do is you'll get some cool rewards. You'll have cross progression. It's like just they could have easily incentivized it as opposed to like do this or you can't play, and then obviously rolling that back.
Yep.
See, I use my Steam Deck quite a bit. So it's like I can see like, but the thing is like I know there are some compatibility issues that are like, sometimes it's just like there is a little bit of finagling, and I'm wondering if the Xbox Ally basically is like, yeah, we've streamlined the PC console experience so that if you want freedom, you have it, but if you just want a console experience, you have it, and we're just going to make your games show up wherever you are. We'll see if I honestly I still like, I think it's they're going to be their trial run for this operating system change, so that when their next console that or the next hardware is what they're kind of really shifted into calling it, is releases on the console, then yeah, they've solved a lot. They've been able to address feedback. They've been able to improve it so that it isn't you don't end up launching a system that struggles. But then I think oh gosh, like how it would be such a power play in my mind for them to be like, yeah, your Xbox Series X, is now running the same operating system, so you have Steam and all that stuff in this system. So if you don't have the whatever they want to charge for it, you won't have to. I do wonder if there's going to be also multiple SKUs like what we saw with Steam Box back in the day, where it's like, yeah, they have multiple versions of Steam Box, by different manufacturers that have all, like you want the highest end processor and graphics card, option. Like imagine if they're like, yeah, there's an Xbox that's like a 5080, like, oh yeah, that's probably not gonna be cheap, but if you want to spend that kind of money. Oh, my club skill went up 0.2. All right, great. Let's stop. Sweet. We'll see if me spinning, if it's like I'm spending points, or if it's like, okay, I'll talk to you now that you're at this tier. All right, sweet. Now I'm back to the staging area. All right. See if we can do my first assault. Oh, the way.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking at the Legion Go. It's got a larger screen than the Ally does.
Mm-hmm. How big? Because that's the thing I like about the Switch too. Is the screen feels like it's really nice, like big. But I've heard people been technologically breaking it up. It's like, it's not a great screen, but
It's almost 9 inches. So
that's good.
yeah, it's a good size screen. Plus, it actually has, like the Switch, it actually has Joy-Cons of its own
Mm-hmm.
that they detach from the screen. So you can use them as, they even have a little platform that you can put one of the Joy-Cons in and use it as a like a joystick or flight stick
Mm-hmm.
for simulator type games.
Okay, cool.
Though with its specs, I still think it's going to be in the like the $900 to $1,000
Ooh.
price range.
Windsor, I
Yeah.
missed your comment earlier. He says, "Do you think that Borderlands 4 is going to slowly become an MMO?" That'd be fascinating to see if they ended up going that direction. If nothing else, like the concept of the games, the game as a service, like it works well with the looter shooter in my mind. Main key item, runic disc. I'm unable to use trust magic.
I'll share the article with you there. It has the Go specs.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Please select floor number. Okay. Oh man, I can't have my trusts. All right.
Oh, it's really a challenge.
Let's see how we do. Oh yeah, look at that. Hear that new battle music, baby. Dude, Rashid, how you doing? Dude, you're on Horizon. That's awesome. I haven't got 75 on Horizon, but I am impressed by what the community has done. And that personally kind of frustrates me sometimes because I was like, what's going on, Square? Why does it take y'all so, like, not even long? Like, why don't you don't even seem to try? K-Dog, how is it going, dude? Been a long time. Hopefully you're doing well. All right. Oh, just armory crate. Battle of Cleric's Drink. Hey, what's up, Gabe? What you need, bud? Oh, you left it on the couch last night, son. I don't know what that Cleric's Drink gives me, but I'll take it. Yeah, dude, I got in. I went and grinded out the stuff, and so I'm solo. Like, so that's fascinating, right? Apparently, I'm supposed to eliminate a specific thing, but this is cool. They won't let me use trusts, which honestly, I'm not against it. You know. Chris is doing much better. We've got some, he's got some good news, but I would still please keep him in your prayers. So please, I think that'd be really good. I don't know, like, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but his family kind of got rocked by a lot of unfortunate events. I'm getting points in here. Okay, I can't see my standing. That's okay. Check the task. Some tasks will ask you to kill a certain monster or work on lamps. How do I check the task? Rune of transfer. I'm gonna wait till you let me know. Like, yeah, no worries, man. Trying to see how I can change tabs on the here. Only a start. Try talking to the main lamp. Okay. Objective: eliminate specific enemy. Specified enemy. Okay. Make sure he's not hanging out in here. Am I getting Imperial standing also by just like the fact that I'm under sanction in here? Because that'd be cool. With NM check status, got it. Thank you. I'm just gonna kill everything. This guy does have more life than the other ones, so I wonder if this is the thing. Let me just check him as well. Nope, this is incredibly easy. This is my first assault. Like, I was like, I played. What is my playtime in this game? $66 days, 13 hours, 22 minutes, 57 seconds. Fighter's drink. Okay. Floor 1 objective complete. Rune of transfer activated. Awesome. We did it. The music in this game slaps so hard. I love it. Travel to the floor to the right or to the left. Say right. What's up, Fantasia? Fantastics. Sorry, misread that. Welcome to floor 2. Objective: eliminate specified enemies. I received a regain effect. Cool. I guess for my TP. It says specified enemies, plural. There we go. Bouncing ball. Dusty potion? I'm just using them, seeing what. This potion instantly restores a few hit points. Okay, cool. Zero. Guess that was that cap. Oh well. That's where my brain goes. It's like when I see Fantasia? No. What's up, zombie? So I'm on my blue mage sub ninja right now. Okay, what do we got? Dusty scroll of re-raise. Okay. Fantastics. Heretical imp. Oh, it gives me 15-minute re-raise. Nice. Possible to gauge. It didn't tell me that I finished the objective, so maybe I need to do. It's because it said enemies. I'm wondering if it's like, yep. Oh man. You're glad that the other MMOs didn't try to ride the classic wave, but Final Fantasy 11 had a lot of hope if it did. Man, that'd be kind of neat. Yeah, another impossible to gauge. I wonder if it's like I had to take both these guys out. Skilling up. Let's go. Cleric strength. Gnostic strength. This medicine instantly cures most status elements. Back to packs. Okay, yeah, man, jeez. Very Palace of the Dead. They can be the pudding sometimes. Good to know, good to know. I know. Yeah, way before that, but it's interesting because I'm like, oh, see how Palace of the Dead easily drew inspiration from what I'm doing right now. Yeah, I wasn't trying to say that Palace of the Dead influenced this. Although I do wish Final Fantasy 11 influenced 14 way more, but I think the only way that you could technically do that now is to make a new one. Who knows? Maybe we'll see how the mobile version's received. There we go. Hey, heretical imp. Impossible to gauge. There we go. Floor 2 objective complete. Yes. Hello. Destiny Rising's been treating you well? I haven't finished the last technical expansion, meaning the final shape. I was like, I don't know, like Lightfall just killed me. I'm like, oh, travel to the next floor. Eliminate specified enemy. So it's definitely this. Okay, enemies was not a mistake. Enemies, enemy. Hey, look at what we found. Oh, it didn't seem to. Destiny Rising for a mobile gacha game. That's the thing. It's like I was last week I was playing the Blue Protocol closed beta. Like having a blast. It's like, yeah, just as long as you know what you're getting into. Don't complain to me if you have a problem. But it's like if you have if you struggle with gambling, let's avoid gacha games. died to the enemy, so I killed the guy who was impossible to gauge. I guess I'm just gonna kill them all. That's the thing, like when it comes down to like with them, I'm generally curious about the 14 mobile version, namely because I was like, oh, if I want to sit down and play it, I'm assuming it will run on, I'm hoping it runs on my handhelds, because I hope it's not mobile only. If it's mobile only, what a silly thing to do. But it's like, yeah, like what if that ended up becoming the premier version of Final Fantasy 14? Alright, I'll take the movement speed increase. Woo! Baby, let's fly. We're not joking around. This is my new favorite item. Oh, I guess I did it. Cool. Didn't see him. I didn't think I saw a message, but oh well. Eliminate enemy leader. Don't wear off. Forever stay on. Okay, good to know. Usually NNM's later makes sense. If you get a blue sword, I have a blue sword, but I'm guessing you're thinking like a blue mage specific. Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, I got this one in the return to like the campaign they had this year, so I picked the ice brand. So like, yeah, it's been lovely. It's been such an upgrade. Oh, level 75 sword. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, because it's got job specific weapons. That's good to know. Oh man, dude. Well, then I'm glad to hear that, because it was literally like I was between this and the firebrand, and I was like, I was like, oh, maybe next year they'll do that again and I can be dual wielding the ice and firebrand. How wild. Oh, it does? It works with this sword as well? Sweet. 30 freaking K. Yeah, gum, dude. If I'm low on time, remember to exit. I don't know what that means. How do I tell if I'm low on time? Oh, are you like talking about real lifetime? Like, is there a timer where it just kicks me out? Okay. I am still getting Imperial standing. Where do you see this? I do not see any kind of timer. Hey, Game the Grave. Yeah, my streams have been kind of on Saturday mornings, like starting around 4:30 a.m. namely because everybody's asleep. And so it's not like, and the gym's closed, so it's like, okay. But yeah, you know, it's been few and far between. Been doing obviously 11, been doing No Rest for the Wicked, and did some Blue Protocol. I did a little bit of Strangers of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins as well, which was a lot of fun. It showed you on in the chat. Okay. This guy definitely is a little bit harder. Four complete. Okay. Now I just need to find the lamp. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, having fun. Multi-streaming on all the platforms. Yeah, I see my skills going up, which is great. What's up, Noctis? How you doing, man? Also seem to be farming out plenty of standing. I think I've killed things in here before. And there's the lamp. Floor to the left or floor to the right? So I did right last time. I'll keep going right. Oh, you've been building and painting Warhammer models. Dude, that's awesome. How do I find out if... It didn't tell me the time. All right, well, I'll see if I can't finish this floor and exit out of pure fear. I'll tell you the time in the chat log. Okay. Before it ends in 5 minutes. Oh, wow, he hit hard actually. I have 1 minute. Oh no. Where the hell do y'all see? Oh, time remaining 1 minute Earth time. Can I exit? Eliminate all the enemies. I guess it's just gonna kick me out and not save my progress or something like that. Gotta complete the floor. I don't think that's happening. Ten seconds. Hello, spider. Oh, I'm out. Cool. Cool. So next time I should have just exited rather than go to the floor. The mission has failed. Okay. So if I exit, is that success? So I could literally go in and do one floor exit and win. Nothing happens. No, you need to actually complete 5 floors, then exit. Oh, I guess I need also another set of orders. 'Cause I was just doing like the one that it gave me. Okay, so now I see why the advice that y'all were given. It's like, you know, when it's like kill specified enemy or enemies, the check feature, because then you can just kind of avoid the fights that you don't need. So that way you can get through it faster. Obviously the kill all enemies is the thing. So how do I get the where do I get the orders from? Yes, bro.
Rice Krispie Razzle Dazzle, baby.
Hey, Shadow, thanks for the follow over here on green. Appreciate that, Rice Krispie Razzle Dazzle. Oh, yeah, bot. It's a bot. All right, let's see here. All right, so because ultimately I was trying to kind of do this, so we might have to. Oh, Jules, do we know about next Saturday yet? Yeah, she's got her headphones on, so I'll ask confirm about that. The now that I've hit a certain spawn, I should be able to do ever forward. Okay, let's see here. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Be on your way. Cool. The Hall of Binding. Cool. I want that, I want to get that. I need to go probably go turn those in. I have a few in my inventory. Right. Right. Hey, babe. Yeah. Oh, that sounds great. Awesome. Well, about 30 minutes and then we're gonna wrap up today's stream. The before I go back to the, I know they got Hall Binding, I gotta Got a bunch of ciphers. Let me go get them turned in. It's the woods. So this, in America, it released on the PC first and eventually on PS2. And then with Treasures, which what we're kind of been playing through right now, the Treasures expansion. So it had the base game. It launched in the United States with the Rise of Zilliard expansion because it had already come out. So it's like boom, and then you had Chains of Promethea, and then you had Treasures. So when Treasures came out, it also came out on the Xbox 360. That's where I played even more and more of the game. Is that fine? No. Yeah, she's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, that's fine. Like I've been playing, like, it's gonna be like 4 hours is a lot of game time for me, and that's why I start so early on Saturday, because generally I can get like 3 hours before anybody's up, and it's nice, it's like I live with a hat. Like, my wife is very, very supportive. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I just need to trade. This will free up a little bit of inventory. All right, let's see here. Let me pop in and just clean up my inventory a little bit. And then let's see here, missions. Reunited. That's back at Whitegate, yep. See here. It didn't stack. Oh, it's because I got it for sale. And brings up a little bit here. Storage. We may just test him out, eh? See here, I think there's a way to auto fix your. Look it up, toss that. You don't need testimony anymore? Okay. That gives me a little bit. And you were talking about something about be able to upgrade my inventory to 80, which would be great. I'll have to work on that. Let's see here. Log safe. Shadow Lord short shirt. Let's put that in the I don't know what all those cards are for, but I was like, I'm gonna hold on to them. I'm gonna grab the 12s. I'll put those up for sale. Oh, September we're getting the goblins too. Cool. And it's an item that you can buy from the Moogle during the Mog Garden quest. and that's supposed to like give us inventory to 80. Game, sorry I missed your chat about how's Chris doing. So for those of you who don't know, like I kind of put it a little video, but to give you a little bit more detail, the good news is his mom was almost died, so she was in a coma. Very bad case of pneumonia apparently. Unfortunately, her husband, aka his stepfather, passed away from pneumonia. So his family got rocked pretty hard. But we've been just praying for his mom's recovery, and she woke up last week, and just it's gonna be a journey. It's gonna be a journey of recovery for her for sure. Yeah, dude. Absolute devastating stuff. Hey, Cosmic, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. You hear? Yeah, so keep him and his mom in any prayers. Oh, dude, absolutely. So from what I know, because I was talking with Chris that day before he found out they found unfortunately apparently they both got super sick, and so I guess they weren't responding to a call, so they wouldn't check in on him. Fortunately, her husband passed away, he was dead. She was just non-responsive but alive, and so they rushed her to the hospital. She's been recovering, so yeah, my mom has been praying for him. We've just been praying, and it's the great news was she was where she needed to be, and it took a while, because when we're talking about powerful bacteria or whatever, like the antibiotic, they were just loaded with antibiotics for a while. Yeah, so he literally was messaged me. He's like, yeah, I'm working on videos. It's like, great, man, that's awesome. And then it's like, never mind. Change of plans. Yeah, we gotta hang out. I think it was last week or whatever. My brother took us, and so my brother, his brothers, we all got to go see the Matrix. They have a special theater that they were doing something with the Matrix. It was really cool. Actually, let me find an auction house real quick. There's the auction house. Perfect. Where it's like the whole theater, like it's in that kind of dome theater or whatever. Oh, for sure. Yeah, it was really good getting to see him in the real world. Yeah, and work as well, because one of the big things is like you guys are amazing, but numbers wise it was just okay, you'll make it because your wife works, but retirement and is gonna look really tough, and so it's dude, just go work, get your retirement, and stream when you're retired, when yeah. And I was like, that's been my strategy this whole time. It's Brian, you're gonna become a full-time contributor? Yeah, when I retire, I think that sounds like a lot of fun. But then that way it's cool. But it just seems especially they don't have kids, which is it gives that, they have that, ability to do content creation much easier, but it's especially with kids, you gotta be careful. All right, sell. What the items have already been sent to your delivery box? You son of a gun. You son of a gun, you got me. See, a little quality of life would go a long way in this game. I had pneumonia in the spring. And it kicked my ass. But I got on top of it really quick. I was like, wait a minute, I got a fever. My heart started racing a little bit, and I was like, I'm not feeling great. Went to the doctor. They did an X-ray, and they're like, yeah, and they just put me on antibiotics. I was actually kind of worried. I was like, hopefully, because like I finished all the antibiotics and I was like, I was way better, but I was like worried. I was like, is it lingering? Is it still there? All right, so go to main menu, config, gameplay, inventory sort on. Okay, I've got that on. I don't know what. It acted like my delivery box was full. What the heck? I guess it couldn't have. All right. All right, back to the auction house we go. How much things should I get? I mean, region. Yeah, 526. So we started out as a 7. That makes sense. Yeah, I honestly, I really think gaming is kind of having a long overdue, you know, realignment, you know? And one of the things that's kind of facilitating that is a lot of people just kind of going back. Like, I think the remake of Oblivion kind of also highlights that. And I haven't played much of it, but it's like, wow, this immensely feels different. This it? Okay, fine. See, why? Just... I like the auction house system in 11 to the point where, like, I like it more, and I wish it had it in all games. Because then you bid, and you're kind of like playing this little game. Oh, if these go for anything, let's find out. 10K each? Do I need these and all? What's up, son? You want Frosted Flakes or you want your Fruity Pebbles? Okay, I'll be right there. Alright, yeah, it's about time we wrap up. Nah, sell it. Okay, cool. I was like 10K. Seems silly. Yeah, you can undercut. Nobody will know. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, like prices kind of have these kind of values. Oh, is that? Am I full? Okay, great, cool. Got those things listed. Go see about this cutscene, and then I'll go feed Mikey. Yeah, thanks, RSJ. I appreciate that.
Breakfast time.
Breakfast time. Okay, he's one in now. So yeah, we'll wrap up. We'll continue this most likely next week, or who knows? Maybe we'll do something later today. You never know. Thanks, guys, everybody, so much for joining. Hopefully, you guys all have a great rest of your Saturday, and hopefully, I'll see you next time. Until then, take care.